part yet because this is all like there's a side different story and some music. So we're gonna go back to yeah, I got a lot going on. Gonna do it. Gonna power through it again. Does it stop where I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally obvious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayuri, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. But it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idly in front of the crosswalk and let Sayuri catch up to me.
I overslept again. But I caught up to you this time. I caught you this time.
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
You said that like you were thinking about leaving, ignoring me. That's mean, Luffy.
Well, if people start to stare at you for acting weird, and I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayuri. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near the streets, becomes increasingly specked with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Luffy, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayuri likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime.
I was talking about how I was worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me worry about you.
All right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worried so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she doesn't exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayuri wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayuri. Sayuri must have come into the classroom while I was spaced out. I looked around and realized that I'm the only one left in the classroom.
Near spacing, so I came in. Honestly, you're worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you knew. No.
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayuri,
Yeah?
there is no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie?
Sayuri is vice president of the literature club. Not that I am ever aware that she has any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 90% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less.
Yeah,
I'm going to the anime club.
come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayuri's really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go.
And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayuri across the school and up the stairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayuri, full of energy, swung open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member.
I glanced around the room.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Sayuri always says nice things about you.
Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Luffy, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredible, cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayuri.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayuri says that quietly into my ear and then turns back and towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayuri and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Luffy.
Monica smiled sweetly. Oh god, not that pose again. I'm still giggling. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we're in the same class last year. We were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little. You too, Monica.
Come sit down, Luffy. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayuri mentioned, it's been wide so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayuri. Nasuki and Yuri walked over to the corner of the room where Nasuki grabbed the wrapped tray and Yuri opened the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayuri. Nasuki proudly marched back to the table, trays in hand.
Okay, you are ready? Are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa!
Nasuki lifted the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and the little piece of chocolate was used to make ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Nasuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one.
Sayuri grabbed one first, then Monica and I followed.
It's delicious.
Sayuri talked with her mouth full and had already managed to get icing on her face. I turned the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Nasuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking a glance in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Nasuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before? You think? Too many anime girls act like this.
Made them for you or anything?
I thought you technically did. Sayuri said,
well, maybe. But not for you, you know, you dummy.
All right. I totally did hear that line before.
I gave
Yuri returned to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully placed a teacup in front of each of us before settling down the tea cup next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri look away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be the pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiled to herself in relief. Monica raised an eyebrow, then smiled at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayuri. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayuri seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could have probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know.
Oh, why did she do that?
To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. like nothing but arguing but the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it's encouraging others to get into literature, then I'll fulfill that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised that there aren't any more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agree.
Such different girls all interested in the same goal.
Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So Luffy, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, consider how little I read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perked up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but she kept quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traced the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling good stories in such a foreign world is utterly impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearing passionately about her reading. That's how I feel. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychology elements usually immense me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I could relate to the immune system. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't expect that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or take you to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, Natsuki's eyes darted over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back. That fine. And why?
Sayuri slid up behind Natsuki and put her hands on her shoulder.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poem?
Well, I guess sometimes.
Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes?
No!
Natsuki averted her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer, yes?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, expose your vulnerability, and show even the deepest readers of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could see an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share yours.
No, that's not happening. She just went,
I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I want to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay.
Oh, I'm done with that one.
I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yay! Let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Luffy?
Monica smiled warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic on me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have other clubs to look at and uh-oh, they're gonna look dejected. I lost my train of thought. All girls stared back at me with dejected eyes.
But, I'm sorry, I thought, Luffy.
You're all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision with, it's like this? That is, if writing a poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I decide then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sayuri wrapped her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for a cupcake, I would have been super pissed.
That's Natsuki.
Then that makes it official.
Oh, Monica with that pose again. I gotta do it. I had to do it.
Welcome to the Literature Club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assessment. Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looked over at me once more.
Luffy, I'm looking forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety well up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey Luffy, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayuri and I never walk home together anymore because she's always staying after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us departed the club room and made our way home. The whole way my mind wandered back and forth between the four girls. Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstance, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, writing a poem. It's time to write a poem. Pick a word you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Memories, that's Yuri. That's Sayuri. Misfortune, I bet that's Yuri or Sayuri. Yuri. That's Sayuri. Animate is Natsuki. Awesome, skirts, hop, time, shine, comfort. Comfort. Yep. Determined, infallible, pout. Oh, that's Natsuki. Forgiven, bubble. Uncontrollable, whistle, lucky. That's Sayuri there. Okay, game, which is probably Natsuki there. Defeated, amazing, captivated, sadness, sunny. I think sadness is probably part of Sayuri. Yeah, that's Sayuri. Disaster, alone, tears, for fate. Essence, wrath, puppies, music, lust, tears. Yep. Smile. Yep. Let's see. Clumsy, excitement, clumsy. Sunset. Yep. Family. Laugh. Rain cloud. That has to describe Yuri. Let's see. Who else? Looks like one of these had to be Yuri because I remember. Let's see. That's probably Natsuki there. Shane, yep, that's Yuri. That's a Yuri right there. Cry, cheer, giggles, childhood. That has to be Sayuri too. Precious, death, ooh, sweet, calm, peace, sweet, no. Precious, yep. Raindrops, that's probably Yuri, but who cares? Game, kiss, dance, hurt. Violet, ribbon. That's Natsuki. Tragedy. Yep. Okay, we're done. I think most of the words I picked was probably Sayuri's though. It's gonna go that route. Either way, it's gonna go to whatever route it go.
Hi again, Luffy. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Luffy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you. Maybe you'll dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her mangas collection in this club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plopped back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Luffy's always giving it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Oh, extra plays, huh? Welcome to this channel. Even though I'm new to this channel, to this area, even though I started doing channels, but I started to go back to this game, even though I played it on the computer. But I will not spoil this game. I'm just gonna play it like I haven't played it. Your reaction is gonna still be the same. So I'm happy you're joining. Like cooking, cleaning in my room. How dependable. Sayuri, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Luffy can be good friends too. Sayuri. As usual, Sayuri may seem obvious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayuri? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayuri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gestures from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happier no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want to be. Oh, all right. Well, here. Yuri reached into her bag and pulled out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short story, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she think I like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusively took the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some activity for this club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheerful conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rampaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the near desk.
How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the books Yuri gave me. But I feel a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayuri's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is about. The problem is that the idea of literature clubs sounds too dense and intelligently. But it's not like that at all, you know. Well, we just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative mind. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the things to speak to their creative mind.
What's this? Sayuri's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear a verbally like this. That's a good point. Sorry about that, that's my words. In that case, do you think food will do the trick?
What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking.
Natsuki would love to do that.
You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes.
What's up, ladies?
I'm good, guys.
That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it.
That wasn't why you suggested it.
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes is it, then. I'm hungry.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself.
Ow.
I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayuri is still her usual self. But therein, like the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motives at all, Sayuri can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Ah! That scared me. Her eyes are way too close. I opened my eyes to find Sayuri's face filled my vision. That was creepy though. I almost fell out my chair.
Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You need to get used to it.
Don't say that out so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true, though.
Yeah?
I know.
You're always looking out for me, Sayuri.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of a doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayuri, it's writing all over your face. Wow, my character is so mean. He is so mean. Wow, my character is so mean. Look, Sayuri, it's written all over your face.
Eh?
Sayuri glanced around at herself.
How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Sticking out all around there. I ran my fingertips down the side of Sayuri's head trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush for this.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I tried to wipe off the stain with my finger.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Man, my character's mean. Fortunately, I really don't care about that.
Hey, you meanie.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayuri, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Okay, that's cold.
That's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind.
This is so funny.
What is it? What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things.
Don't say that. You're making me feel weird about it, stupid.
It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful.
The buttons might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggled to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
If you ever button it, you have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
No, they didn't just use rated M word, boobs. Well, they did. I can't get that out of my face there. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, but so. Why does it feel strange to see Sayuri's blazer button up like that?
But it's so stuffy.
It's not worth it at all. Sayuri hazily unbuttoned her blazer once more.
Phew. That's so much better.
Sayuri put her arms out and twirled around.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even ever let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I keep it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little early. Only if you focus on going to bed early.
Fine, fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayuri.
Aw, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Okay, everyone. Eh?
Well, there's Monica. Monica suddenly calls out.
Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Luffy, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayuri still trots away to retrieve her poem.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ended. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I'd never really done this before.
Well now, that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayuri and Monica Doosley pulled out their poems. Sayuri is one, wrinkled paper of loose leaf torn form a spiral note book. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a compulsion notebook. I already seen Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Nasuki and Yuri recently complied as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same, myself. Okay, whose poem should I show my poem to first? Yeah. Let's just go with it in order. Let's go with Sayuri. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing with Sayuri first. She's my good friend after all.
Oh my goodness! This is so good, Luffy!
Eh?
I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayuri, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's option has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Nasuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I shared that part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So, when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Luffy poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I feel your feelings in it.
Sayuri hugs the paper against her chest. You're so weird, Sayuri.
I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club.
Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Luffy. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Try new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have a lot of fun here, okay? That will be my...
I'm in the middle of broadcasting though. That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
Dearest sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Really? So Yuri, this is just I guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question?
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that. I put it. It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Ah, yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I read my poem to now? Let's read Nasuki's cute poem. Cutesy. Well, it's about what I expect from someone like you. That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste? Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of a poem for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to write, but it hits you hard.
Like in this poem.
Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yes, I understand. But the other nice thing about the simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for rhythm at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Okay, let's go with Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passed, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it is that bad. No! Did I just read my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buried her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't know this. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberated. In other words, they tend to pick a writer's style separate from the topic that matters, and a form fits the two together. And the end result is that both styles and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finished her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stamina is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills. And technically, that goes into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives your valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts, process behind it. Yuri smiled dreamily as there's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny, and she smiled dreamily. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts under the light. The trinity of Seth's hair illuminates beneath the amber glow, baiting. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have within the streets feast of time. The last gets to be replaced by the sickening blue-green as of the future. I bathe calmly breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers and I flicker back.
Oh, trust me, I know how to read poems. I wrote poems before. I even wrote a poem in high school and got 100% on it of my own poem, which I know it goes through words of what I think, but it's all most likely about my own life.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ah, well, I just don't read scripted very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Eh? That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's a short, it was really scripted.
It wasn't too short?
I usually write longer poems. Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it.
I'll be honest.
Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I guess, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Uh-huh.
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Luffy.
Really?
I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poetry often express their own thoughts, feelings, and expresses in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of poems is only being simplicely compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more cinema put in that way. I even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Well, I gotta say it, that maturity she got is real good there. Okay, not last but least, it's Monica.
Hey, Luffy! Having a good time so far?
Ah, yes.
Yeah, good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I always listen. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. That pose again. Wait, go do that pose, Monica.
Don't worry, Luffy. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I heard Monica might poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayuri would like.
Is that so?
You and Sayuri are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Ah, well.
That's a nice thing to use actual people instead of cartoons on that.
Well, maybe be good friends, but Sayuri and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect.
There's a cool thing we can try out.
That way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think.
And happy birthday to my dog.
So, I think that kind of vibe I get where reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in case, Sayuri's poems, so Sayuri's writing has kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot.
Happy birthday to my cat.
It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of style, but I always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claimed to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Pulled in walls, I couldn't have me. It couldn't have been me. See the direction sparkling protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for clues. No, I can't see. I rear blindly like a fume. Left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retins already scorches with permanent copies of meaningless images. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretched forever into everything. A whole infinity choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you would call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that's the kind of style that's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been put enthusiasm on timing between words and lines. When performing out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I have some kind of a phenomenon recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kinda talking about deep. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of comforting strongly. Maybe after everyone is best friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Okay, Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you write a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixed on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hands and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew! I guess that's everyone. Once around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing ability. If there's just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is the Literature Club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gently exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyes fearing and frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiled sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returned the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it. Luffy did too. So basically on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate that offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anything soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Luffy liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stand up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what
Yuri stand up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Luffy appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you saying that full of yourself? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would definitely go out of my way and make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who
Boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Luffy started showing up.
Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly both girls turned to me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Luffy, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effectively, then this would have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poem all conveyed for no reason? That means should jump out at the readers, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Luffy.
Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only unnecessary limiting yourself. It is also a waste. You understand that, right, Luffy? Well?
Uh-oh, I'm ganged up. I'm ganged up, and they both looking at me. How did I get dragged into this in the first place?
Ronnie,
What's up?
can you come with me to get back when you're done with your game?
I probably won't get done, though, because I'm planning on trying to broadcast till I get to the killing scene.
Okay, don't hang her up. Just,
It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be, help me, Sayuri! Natsuki glared at me dryly at words I have in my mouth. So instead, I turned to Yuri. Yuri? Well, that's my answer. None of these. Help me, Sayuri. Come in here, please. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayuri? Yeah.
Yeah?
Everyone's fighting is making Sayuri uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Luffy.
Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to inject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayuri wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
She would never. It's your immaturity that makes her upset in the first place.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself?
That is exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Nasugi's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayuri stands Trump. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushed off. Nasugi sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayuri is vice president, I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader. I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to inject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I could blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayuri's amazing in her own way, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weird to suspect that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. I would hate to see her get hurt herself. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiled sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president regarding of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Luffy, how about you? Yeah, I say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poem will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Luffy, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayuri beamed at me. It truly has been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayuri, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Nasuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just want your option, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Luffy, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayuri hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but... does it really need to stop there? Well, just see what future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder.
I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do this.
Okay, I'm gonna make that as my stop point for the day.
Well, I'll come back and do this tomorrow, maybe, hopefully. Hope y'all enjoy. I want a lot of likes. If I don't, I will not come back on here. Please call me back. Luffy, the Future Pirate King, on YouTube. Follow me and subscribe to me. Thank you. Have a good night.